I've been seeing more and more people work out in gyms with no shoes for leg day. I also see more of it on social media, and I want to ask the question, why? Hello YouTube fans and family. Today I'm going to start a new video about shoes. And I'm sure this is going to kick the hornet's nest because people have very strong beliefs about shoes. There's not much scientific basis for their belief behind shoes, but they feel very strongly about it. I've been seeing more and more people work out in gyms with no shoes for leg day. I also see more of it on social media, and I want to ask the question, why? Why aren't you wearing shoes? Is it just because Chris Bumstead doesn't wear shoes on leg day? Or, you're seeing everybody on TikTok and Instagram not wearing shoes? But I want to ask you the question, why aren't you wearing shoes? And what are the purpose of shoes during your leg day? What do they do? In this video, I'm going to talk about why for a lot of people shoes are important because of the structure of your lower leg anatomy. And I hope I'm going to clear some things up. I'm also going to talk about types of shoes that you should and shouldn't use in the gym, particularly for certain exercise days. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and let's find out what's going on. Here is our first lesson about why some people need shoes. And I'm using myself for an example. So when I stand normally, you can see that this leg, it goes in and I pronate on my right leg. It wants to drive in this way. So my kneecap also points in this direction if my foot is straight. So when I squat, I have to have my knee here to have it so my leg will track correctly. If I squat this way, my knee is going to drive in. So if you have flat feet or both of your feet pronate in, you should be wearing shoes that are designed for someone who pronates, that lifts the foot up and keeps it in correct alignment. There are specific types of shoes that are designed to do this, or you can get inserts to help you do this. So the next problem I see is a lot of people have what's called pronation distortion, where the femurs are coming down at this angle and a high Q angle, and this puts a lot of pressure on the inside of the foot and on the inside of the knees. And this is another reason why you need shoes that support and push your foot out. So if you have this problem, one thing that you should be doing are exercises to work your anterior tibialis, which is this part of your leg. It's a machine that comes up and down, or you can use a kettlebell. That will help draw the arch up and help you fight against the pronation. Another thing you could do is lay out a towel, put a kettlebell in front, and use your toes to scrunch in. That'll strengthen the musculature in this part of your foot. And the next thing you can do is work on your posterior tibialis, which is in this part of your leg. You can take a band and pull this way. All these exercises will help draw your leg up and your heel up so you have more support. This is a classic reason why someone who has pronated ankles and feet should use shoes when they're doing any exercise for leg day. Let's talk about the definition of flat feet. Now, our body is designed that when we walk, the bones have an arch structure to them in the side and on the front, and the tendons and ligaments hold this all in place. The muscles and tendons and bones are designed this way to add a spring action for when we walk or when we run. It's designed to be this way to reduce wear and tear on your body and conserve energy. A condition can occur where the arch begins to fall and flattens out. And this is what we call flat feet. And a lot of people have this condition. So as the arches fall and the feet flatten out, it drives the ankles in, it drives the knees in, it twists the femur into the hip, and it literally changes your posture and your gait and can lead to early arthritis. Let's talk about training shoes. So if you know that you have pronated ankles, flat feet, and you need arch support, then go to a good shoe store and tell them that you need a shoe that is designed to give you support under that arch. So they call that motion control, and you can either get that through a shoe that is designed to do that and perhaps adding an orthotic in with it. So this is my favorite overall gym shoe. This is a Nike Prime Iron. Unfortunately, they don't make these anymore, but this shoe has excellent arch support. And when you have a shoe that they call these motion control, you'll see that it has very little bend. The sole is a little stiffer and it has a little bit in the toe, and that's about it. This also has a gum sole, and I love these gum soles because they stick to the floor really well. Now, this is just an average training shoe. I don't even know what model this is. Just do it. But you see that this shoe is a lot more flexible, and it doesn't provide the same type of arch support that the other shoe does. And with the other shoe, you'll see that it has a very flat sole, and this is really what you want because you get a better connection to the ground. Now, if you're going to be working out in the gym and you're going to be doing legs, I know they look cool and everything, but don't buy the shoes with the big bubble heels, because when you watch your ankles, when you do that, your ankle is, going like this because it doesn't provide great support. It's a great running shoe, and that's what it's designed to do. It's designed to lessen the impact right here. A training shoe is designed to support your feet in all directions. A running shoe is only designed to move to support your feet going in this direction. So, once again, with this shoe, it has a little thicker heel, but it doesn't have that arch support. It has a little bit in there, but not very much, and it's a very flexible shoe. So, take the time to go shoe shopping and to get the right pair of shoes for you. So when you try on the shoe, do some squats, see how it feels, feel that arch support, or talk to somebody about getting an orthotic. It is worth it in the long run, because when you have pronation distortion, bow-legged, flat feet, anytime that bone twists, it's going to create pressure on the knee, so you're going to get a lot of MCL issues, and it can cause premature arthritis, which also transmits into the femur, which is your thigh bone, into the hip, which can create premature arthritis in your hip. And when you get that, it starts altering your back. So you can get back pain originating from your feet because of poor bone structure in your feet. So when you do leg day, you want to do everything you can to support any flaws in your bone structure so that it doesn't transmit all the way up into your hip and into your back. And the older you get, I have to tell you, take good care of your feet, because when you get close to 60 like me and your feet hurt a lot, because I didn't take good care of my feet, I would wear worn out shoes. Just don't do it. Do the opposite of the Nike slogan. Just don't do it. So get a good pair of shoes, and I promise you, you will do so much better on leg day, and your feet and your knees and your hips and your back will thank you in the long run. Hey, if you've liked this content, don't forget to hit that like button, and please subscribe to the channel. It really does help. I'd also like to hear your comments. What is your favorite workout shoe? I have shoes that I wear for just leg day that provide a whole lot more support. Oh, and one other thing before I forget. When you have a pronated ankle, when you tie your shoes, please tie your shoes. You want to have them extra tight here on the inside to help pull that ankle up. So make sure that you do that and tie your shoes correctly.